Oh my gosh. Howdy, folks. The cough opened the situation tonight. And that's okay. I'm loved and lovable. I'm trying to add some music in. Let's do some chill vibes. I'm grateful for your presence. You're awesome. You're loved and lovable exactly as you are. You're always going to be loved and lovable. And you always were loved and lovable. At some point in your life, perhaps someone tried to talk you out of your loved and lovable nature, but no matter what happens with the humans around you and your existence on earth, know that you're loved and lovable. Let me move the glass out of the way tonight for the private live streamers over on Love City Island. Private. Thank you for attending. Thank you for following up on the live streams and being present to the magic. Folks, we are awakening to the truth of who we are. Loved and lovable children of the earth. And it can be more to you or less to you, but all I know is that it is temporary, which means that we need to spend our time rejoicing. This is the day that Spirit has given to us. Let us rejoice and be glad in she. It is a blessing to be alive in the time of Beyonce, French toast, green beans, and all other kinds of abundance. I don't know where you're tuning in from tonight, but I want to let you know that we're thinking about you. And we want you to be okay in the world. My why is anchored around the 800,000 people who unalive themselves every year in our country because they're just feeling anxious or depressed, and because we don't have proper health care in our country, they've just gone down really, really dark nights of the soul. Anybody ever had a dark night of the soul as expressed by Gary Zukav in his book, The Dark Night of the Soul? Has anybody ever had one of those? A moment in time when you didn't see a way out of no way and you were in the deepest pit of despair? Has anyone ever been in despair? Now, I'm not in despair right now, folks, for the record. So for those of you tuning in and watching and paying attention to the love mission being built, this is not despair that I'm in. I'm actually supported. I'm extremely supported. But my why is the people who are in despair. I want to uplift the two addicts that my dear friend Joyous mentioned in prayer this morning. There are some people who are losing everything in this life because of what they are going through. And I bless them with love, and I speak their names right now, even though I don't know their names, and even if I do, I wouldn't say. Everybody's addicted to something. But some people, their lives have become simply unmanageable. And that unmanageability will cause all kinds of problems. And so, anyway, I've been there. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So I want you to know that this is for the 800,000, and I will do more to put myself out there and to attract the meetings and the people that I need to do so that I can see this dream come true. Essentially what I'm working on, folks, is soup kitchens that have worship services. I feel like soup is something that is easy to do year round. Would you eat soup year round? Soup and salad?
Yeah, but I would more like find some things to eat. So I would like to do like, you ever do like a mango sauce, something like a mango sauce, something like a dip of soup with crackers. Summertime, do citrusy, earthy flavors. In the wintertime, you go earthy brown.
Right. I gotta look up what, I mean, we gotta research what summer soups are like. I know gazpachos are cold, but salads are universal. Summer salad is a thing. With like apricots.
Salad. You want soup or you want salad?
Anyway, I see, folks, I know I'm drifting a little bit tonight, but I'm loved and lovable too, just like you. I'm no different. I'm no better than you. I don't think, for those of you who are wondering if I think I'm better than you, I do not think I'm better than you. I'm not competing with anybody. I'm trying to spread love. Catch this good karma. I don't know how much longer I have here. So I just want to do well in the world and show love in the world in my own special way. It's working. All things are working for my good. And like I talked about in the earlier session, we will reap if we faint not. Be ye not weary in well-doing, for you shall reap if you faint not. And I just don't want anybody to get weary. This is not me being a used car salesman. This is not me trying to pull one over. This is not me trying to avoid a real job. I recognize I recognize all of the elements of this and its appearance, and it is what Spirit is calling me to. Y'all, I've tried to sit on those 9-to-5 jobs and get the money and just know like this is not how I want. Carpe diem. Seize the day. So for all of you who have been donating and for all of you who have been sending in your prayer requests, I'm gonna try to omit as much as I can while reading this. Just give me 1 second. But yeah, it really grounded me. I'm coming out of hardship myself. This is known. And also there are people who are going through deeper levels of pain. I'm going into the prayer warrior circle right now. Prayer requests for 2 people today. Both are addicted to meth. Both are people I love. Both are having their own crisis. One, I will redact the name and I will redact the relation. Has flipped into a schizoaffective nightmare that's been going on for a year. The other is about to lose his job, home, everything because of his disappearing for another binge. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to not shut down and off. Huh? What, baby?
I said, I'm afraid he does not have any car trouble and that he does not lose his job. Amen.
Amen.
We're firing his steps.
Amen.
Don't.
So, anyway, we're asking for grace in their lives and asking for guidance and wisdom and compassion in mind. And that's what we're lifting as a community tonight. Not to put anybody on blast, but just to say and illustrate, in not any kind of toxically shameful way at all, that people are going through really, really rough situations. And as I'm thinking of myself, I'm also thinking of them tonight in our gratitude session. And I can't wait to hopefully be like a warm meal and a kind presence for people who are hurting. I want to be safe about it, but I want to be a presence of kindness in my way. I feel like I have songs of happiness to sing with people to lift the suffering. Anyway, thanks for listening to my babble. I'm going to scoot to the edge of the couch here, and we're going to move tonight into our affirmations as I speak over the people in love. I want you to know tonight that you are special to higher power. You are special to higher power. You are special to your ancestors. You are special to your community. You matter here. That's what I want to say first. You know how many people go through their lives not ever feeling like they matter here? And this is no codependency thing where you're trying to like bring people closer to you in a codependent kind of thing. It's not like I'm not saying I need you or else. That's not that kind of codependent energy. It's more we are in relationship. And in interdependence, I'm counting on you in the same ways you're counting on me. And that's what makes us grow and ascend. Is that making sense? I think one gateway into self-love, which is the process we're in, ending the week, and reflection. One of the wonderful ways that we can enter into self-love and inner reflection is through affirmations. Remember, as my dearly departed Aunt Teeny used to say, you have what you say. That's the one lesson that I learned, and it remains true. Ouch, my foot. It remains true until this day. My Aunt Teeny used to always tell me, you have what you say. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. That's why I try to keep people around me who are speaking life. I think the violence is absurd, but I want to be around people who are speaking life into the dry bones. It's very important that you speak life because you have what you say. And I want to encourage people who are tuning in, as I encourage myself, to take a moral inventory and an audible inventory and a mental inventory of what you say over yourself and about yourself to yourself. Now listen, only you know what you say to yourself when I'm not around. Only you know what you say in your head when no one else is listening. Or when no one can hear that what's in your head. I mean, it's in your head. So affirmations help us to reprogram that inner voice so that we have more positive things to talk about and more speaking of life. So tonight, I want you to know that you are so talented. You are so talented. This will be a great year. This will be a great year. You are creative. You are phenomenal. Listen, never give up. Never give up. You can do this. You can do this. You are knowledgeable. You are a math whiz with money. You are a math whiz with money. You are intelligent. I'm proud of you every day. I love you. You have a brilliant mind. You are wonderful. You are a problem solver. You are allowed to follow your dreams. You are perfect, whole, and complete exactly as you are. I am proud of you. You will change the world. You are amazing. You are the best. You are important. I hope one of those deposited into your subconscious mind and into the chamber of your heart tonight, because this is what's true. You are creative. You are phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that to the people on the camera, the people on the other side. I'm saying that also to Poppy Wata. Poppy Wata,
Yes.
you are phenomenal. I love you. You have a brilliant mind. You're wonderful. You are perfect. I am proud of you. You will change the world. You got to be speaking life, folks. Poppy Water is producing our content now for the most part, and I'm really, really grateful for it because it frees me to just be my lovable self with all of you, and the people are coming. The people are coming. On Throat Thursdays, we focus on our throat chakra, bringing communication clarity into our lives and making room for truth and wellness. The color for Throat Thursdays is haint or light blue or turquoise. Yeah, it wards off haints and allows you to cultivate forgiveness in your life. Now, let me be very clear as I pull over the side of the road. It's Throat Chakra Thursdays, but I want to be very clear about this note on forgiveness. You want to forgive, folks, but you don't want to forget. You don't want to carry around resentments. There's a poem that I'm going to share soon, or I hope to share soon, about resentments. But resentments are like carrying around other people with you. They sleep with you. I'm paraphrasing the poem, but like resentment can really disrupt your life if you have resentment. So that's why I choose, as it relates to my deceased parent and my current parent, to walk in forgiveness, but not to forget. And to make sure that I guard my heart for the things that I want to do in life. And that's while also believing in the restorative energy of truth and wellness, which the throat chakra releases. But when you are attuned to your throat chakra, you're able to walk in forgiveness, calm, communication, and confidence. You're able to lean on the Kwanzaa principle of Nia, your purpose. We discussed this earlier. I won't riff on it tonight. We talked in the earlier session about the power of your why. What is your why in the world? What's lighting you up in life? Not what's making you down and sad and depressed, but I want to talk about, I gotta add Poppy.
My bad.
I've got to add Tell Me Something Good to Shaka Khan to the show. Tell me something good. Tell me something good Thursday. See? Look at this man. Tell me something good Thursdays. I would love to do that either as a back to block thing. Tell me something good Thursdays. I need that.
Where you just talk about big news that's happening around the world. You have a segment where you just talk about big news.
It's a whole 45-minute room. It's a room. Tell me something good Thursday. Just tell me something good. I don't give a fuck. Like.
And when people come onto the stage, tell me something good.
Tell me something good. Please.
That's what key.
I need a different frequency. I can't do. You are. Let me be very clear, folks, because I know that sometimes y'all see me treat Poppy Water all types of ways in live streams, and I do love him, and I'm really trying. I mean, I'm not abusive. I'm direct. Anyway, but you see how we produce on the fly. Tell me something good Thursdays is amazing because it's not that I want to ignore the pain. We talk about that a lot. If you want to talk about pain and vent and let some shit out, come to Waiting to Exhale on Friday nights, 6:30 Eastern. That's where they do the spiritual work of letting you vent, and then there's a possibility for feedback to grow in beloved community. Wonderful space. It's where I met Poppy Water, my partner and manager and producer. All in his purpose that night. Me and my purpose. Purpose will be the glue also in a romance. And I'm not new to love, but I'm new to this energy of romance again, folks. And I have to let you know that having it is my opinion, I'm only speaking for myself here, having a shared purpose. I don't know everything about Poppy Water. I know a lot about Poppy Water. Poppy Water knows a lot about me. A lot about me. And there's still things yet to be discovered in the blooming onion of life. But the one thing that keeps us in glue and in harmony, this is the core. For those of you out there who are entrepreneurs, and I'm going off the script a little bit, but for those of you who are entrepreneurs, this is the glue that will cause your cork to rise. Being unified in your purpose. Poppy Water and I are unified in that when I found him and as he finds me, we are serving the people. It's all about the people. That's the common purpose.
There's a bunch in the pot, and then there's still this.
Oh, this is great. Oh, it's in the fridge. It'll be a cold little salad. Seasoned salad. So, thank you, King. So, if you want to throw some blueberries, some figs, some blue raspberries, some lilac scent into your energy today, that will help lift you if you're in a tight pinch.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate as well would be helpful. Okay, and your affirmations are, I speak. I've been sharing this one all day throughout town. And I want you to know that the affirmation of I speak will work. A lot of us are trapped inside of ourselves. A lot of us who come from trauma, and those of us who come through different levels of hurt and bad things happening to us, or witnessing things that were, casually violent to our spirit, we sometimes have a hard time speaking up for ourselves and making our needs known. And it can cause problems in your family, in your marriage, in your partnership, in your community. It really can cause issues if you don't know how to speak your needs. And Poppy Water and I have gotten a lot better at it as he twerks in the background.
I need to twerk.
Listen, let it out. I love it here. Private dancer. I love Meg Thee Stallion for the record, y'all. But yeah, what do you need to speak about your needs? What do you need to speak? What do you need to say? Like, what do you need? It's one of the hardest things to do. I've recognized my challenges, my personal challenges with it over the last few months with Poppy Water and in community, the larger community on Hartman. It's like, yo, if I don't make my needs known, like I talked about in the earlier live today, for those of you who joined in the daytime, shout out to Quincy who was there earlier today. None of us are mind readers. We're really, really great at being human. We're really, really great at showing up for each other and tidying the house and giving hugs and cuddles and words of affirmation and food and really taking care of each other and sheltering each other and covering each other. We're really, really good at that. And we're still not mind readers. This is why the affirmation I speak is important. Thank you, Poppy Water, for producing the show. Because I speak, you have to say what's on your mind. And let people know when you're speaking, even if you need to preface it, I'm moving from love. I seek to encourage, equip, and empower. I speak from love or for love.
I speak from a loving place.
I speak from a loving place.
I speak from love.
It will charge your entire energy in your whole place. People can tell when you're speaking from love. It's a different vibration. It's a different vibration altogether, different. For all of my friends who charge crystals and believe in Sailor Moon and Steven Universe and all these wonderful majestic things, blue kyanite.
For my earthbenders.
For my earthbenders, yes. For all of my earthbenders this evening, blue calcite, lapis lazuli, apatite, sodalite, celestite, amazonite, and of course I said blue kyanite. These are the crystals you can charge and use to work your magic and your brilliance in the world and charge your crystal of your body, reuniting with the earth for the earthbenders. The part of your body for the Throat Thursday is your throat. And for those of you who are wanting vocal lessons and performance lessons around the voice, I got some additional leads today to help me eat. Thank you, God, for friends in high places and low places. I got friends in low places. Anyway, if you don't speak up, you won't eat, folks. And so, like we talked about earlier in the day, closed mouths don't get fed. So you have to make sure that you're just speaking your needs and trust that God will provide all of the opportunities to meet that need. When your throat chakra is out of balance, and someone today did talk to me in the community face to face, eyeball to eyeball, about having an unbalanced throat chakra, you can dabble and dwell in manipulation versus communication. Instead of speaking your needs, you can feel like you need to work around, like a backdoor approach to having your needs met. I want people to know tonight that you can ask for your needs to be met direct on. You don't have to go through the back door or the window of your experience. You can simply speak your needs and give your community and the people around you that love you the opportunity to either meet those needs or just say, like, no, I can't meet that need. I love you so very much. I just can no longer meet that need, or I can't meet that need. And once that's said, that empowers you with information to move forward with your life. It's never a I know that we learned, I'm gonna get to it in a second, about we had a hard time speaking to those in authority or whoever we perceive to be in authority. It could be a family member that's in authority in the moment. It could be lighter people in skin tone than you that are perceived to be in authority. But when you are off in your throat chakra, you can't speak up to those who are in authority. Who you perceive. It's a perception. I've said that 3 times, and I'm glad you caught it, Poppy Water. I love you because, listen, it's perceived authority. It is not real. It is imaginary. Okay? We are here for deliverance. I love it when Hillary said that. Can't wait to meet her and give her a hug one day. Or at least the Obama fist bump, if that's too close. Yeah, you have to speak up. You're scared of judgment, rejection, and silence. We're not joking about this. This is something that does plague people, so I'm not joking about this. But the other day we were in Back to Black. Shout out to Back to Black. Poppy Water produces, sponsored by Black Bucket Puppetry, House of Mami Wata, Love City Island. We're producing these workshops that are scattered throughout the metaverse, offering people opportunity for connection in community and up-leveling their skills for the collective whole and love. We're in there, and I got to an affirmation that doing nothing is good for my soul. And so I encouraged everybody, and you'd be surprised, I get text messages all the time from people that say, I don't know how to meditate. I do not know how to quiet my mind. And people are really, really plagued by this. I know this is real, and the phones are making it even crazier. I know that you cannot silence what the Buddha would call the waterfall of thoughts. It's a lot of thoughts. Humans think like 10,000 thoughts every day. So in the gallery of the 10,000 things you're thinking, I know it's a lot. But if you can call yourself into being still for just a moment, I promise you just a little dab will do ya. It's called presence with a capital P. It's not tied to any kind of religion or political affiliation. It's not tied to any church or dogma. It's not tied to any like Divine Nine fraternity sorority shit. It's not tied into any of the systems of oppression. It is liberation in the form of presence, your ability to be still and know. And I'm not telling you what to know. I know what I know. I know you're loved and lovable. I know that you've always been loved and lovable. I know you're always going to be loved and lovable. But I don't know what you know. But I promise you, if you be still, you will know. I don't know how to explain this to people, but you think that doing more is actually good for you. But in the stillness, and I'm trying not to be a hypocrite about this because I'm stressed, and Poppy Water can tell you if he wanted to. I'm not sure that he would want to, but if he wanted to, he could tell you about the stressors on me firsthand of doing this work. I'm no victim, baby. I'm no victim, but there are some nuances and intricate ins and out of doing community service that nobody asked for necessarily, but also that's necessary because you see what's happening in your community with your own two eyes. Why that choice? So you're not able to speak up for yourself when you are closed in your throat chakra. You are scared of judgment, being rejected, and silence. But like I say every day, there's good news. I say it in the morning sessions. I also say it in the nighttime sessions. There's good news for you. When you are aligned with your throat chakra, when you start speaking the affirmation, I speak love, I speak confidence, I speak more power, I speak more gentleness towards myself. I speak that I can be more gentle to myself. I can be more loving to myself. When you start doing these things, you'll be able to articulate your thoughts and feelings well. If there's one thing Dr. Flo can do, it is articulate a feeling. Sometimes it's not the feeling that we want to feel. My humblest apologies. But I'm able to articulate my thoughts and my feelings. I also want to shoot your shot room, Poppy Water, while we're live and just doing this on the fly tonight. I want and I'm glad this is being recorded because we're going to see the goodness of the Lord. We need to do a room where we put a link up at the top of the feeling wheel, and everyone chooses the nuanced feeling of a wall of feelings. They may come into the room and be like, yo, I thought that I was scared, but I'm actually afraid. Or that's the same thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's not what I meant, but
I see what you're getting at.
It's a
more complex to describe a word that better fits.
Have you ever seen have you ever seen the emotions wheel?
There's like a book of emotions that
Right.
people don't even use or say, like the word somber, shit like that.
Maybe you're not mad. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're not mad. Maybe you're lonely.
And then some people like, maybe you're not confused. Sounds like you're exhausted.
Right.
They can click links to the things and get a little description. Oh, that's dead.
So we've got to start talking.
And they don't spin the wheel and say where they want to.
And this, not in the style of waiting to exhale. Waiting to exhale is a completely different offering. But you shoot your shot room. You shoot your first shot about the emotion you're feeling. And then the second shot you take from the feeling wheel is the feeling that you want to exchange the feeling you had for.
Trade-off.
It's like an exchange. It's like a when you're in a foreign country, the what do you call it? The exchange booth. When you go to Mexico, you got the exchange. That's energy exchange room. Back to black energy exchange. I don't want to co-opt your shit, but there's empty nights where there's. I mean, if you want to bump me once you find more people, then fine. I'll go to my hole. But
y'all can all be running y'all shit out of back to black at the same time. It's people that's going for different reasons.
fine. So I'll just pick a slot because I think that the feelings and emotions exchange depot will cook. Okay. Anyway.
You're gonna write up an outline or something?
Yes. But I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen. JC would be in for that too. And even if just JC and I showed up and just did our exchange, because I'm gonna be exchanging some shit too. I'm in the bushes, folks, but it's fine. When you are aligned also with your throat chakra, you move forward in trust. You believe your intuition. You trust your discernment. When spirit shows you something, move accordingly. It's not that anybody's in the wrong. It's not that anybody is not loved and lovable. It's not that we're not all wonderful beings. You're just able to trust your intuition and your discernment. So many times in my life, I've been in difficult situations that I did not need to be in, or in harmful situations, or even dangerous situations, and I'm not in fear. I'm not in fear, for the record. I'm not in fear. But in the moments in the past when I've not trusted my discernment, and the, you know, even if it's just the next 3 months, right? There is an inner, like, I discern and I have an intuition of the positive things to come to pass in the next 3 months for me and my community at large. I do believe. I speak it. And when you're stepping into that, you have to be discerning about, like, what's next. And I discern in the spirit that the next 3 months are going to be transformational because I'm finally letting go. So I don't get dragged. And it's a wonderful feeling. When you're aligned with your throat chakra, you're also good with being quiet, or you can be good with your expression of yourself. You're kind of in a neutral zone, in a place of power, because no matter how I'm feeling, that's how I feel, and I'm not warring with my feelings. I'm not at war with myself, because I allow myself to feel a feeling, but not be consumed by the feeling. This is also why I want to bring, and I think I communicated this with JC today, but if not, I'll put it in an email. I want to bring back Emotions Anonymous. I want to start a chapter. I said this to Poppy when he first moved in, and I'm going to hold up to it. I will, and we can partner with Back to Black if you want. I want to read through and do Emotion Anonymous. Although, Poppy, I don't know how that would work on Clubhouse where people's faces are exposed, but I have no problem doing an Emotions Anonymous program as me. I don't know how Emotions Anonymous is going to work when people's although people could come in under a alias. That's your business. I'll consult with.
You could put in a that'll be extra. But if you want to do that event, all you gotta do is like have some sort of form somebody can fill out that creates an anonymous profile, and then you bring that up and they talk to you. But that's just one person each day. Everybody else is seen.
I gotta talk to somebody else about this. Not that that's bad advice.
Georgia Parler.
Oh, maybe it's.
Hi, Dr. Flay. Me and my husband, we just been getting into it for a while because I just want to live my dream. He's telling me I should not do my dream. I don't want to argue with my husband, but I need to do my dream, Dr. Flay. What do I do? Well, what do you want to be called? You call me Ted? Alright.
Can we to scale this? Can we start it as a go to the website, push the button, record your voice memo, our team will screen it, and then we play them live on the air?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that tonight. I got so much to do, folks. So what's been happening in my life, and I'm going to end with this tonight for people who are also here for the updates, and I will be sharing this in my newsletter tonight that goes out to the world. Thank you so much for everybody who's tuning in and reading my newsletter and watching these videos. I do love you, and I can feel your halo. I sense a move of the Spirit in my heart. There's a move of the Spirit in my heart, and there are people saying to me, you must lead this. And I take it very, very seriously. And the reason why I've suffered for the last year and a half on camera is because I didn't take up the lead. And now that I'm opening in my throat chakra and I have partnership and companionship and management and trusted counsel in multiple people and a team forming, we're going to see some fun. We're going to see some good. As you've been watching us in the private live, thank you to everybody over on Love City Island private. We've been coming more into the truth of who we are every day. The law of attraction is bringing in the right people at the right time. Poppy Water saying one day, you know what, you need a preacher and someone that can speak with you while you sing, and then it would just really help you lighten the load. And you know, this man, Poppy Water, sees that I'm really trying hard, to make this pop. And he honors me and he nurtures me, and he sees the areas in which I need to sleep more, and the areas in which I need to delegate more, and the ways in which I could share with him and with, what I say. I quote Les Brown all the time. Ask for help and don't stop asking until you get it. Ask for help and don't stop asking until you get it. So, we're still doing this. We're still doing this. And the more that I lean into it, the more that I'm finding the network of support that we need to actually get moving. We're moving. It feels good after a year and a half of deep, dark depression. It feels good to be moving forward. But not solely just for me, but in service of the community. When one boat rises in the river, all of the boats in the river rise. It's a metaphor, folks, taught to us by Mother Nature. Mother Nature doesn't just rise some of the boats, my guy. My guy. Mother Nature doesn't just raise some of the boats. When the tide goes up, all of the boats go up. There is no duplicity in this. One boat doesn't stay underwater while the others float. That's not how this works. Mother Nature is trying to demonstrate. Thank you, Adrienne Maree Brown. Pleasure activism. Emergent strategy. Shout out to you, my dear spiritual sister. Nature's teaching us everything that we need to know about ourselves. Will we pay attention? So don't worry, folks, if it seems like someone in your community is reaching ahead. We've talked recently about people in the community who are at war with their companions because they feel like, if I break out, I'm grateful to be in a partnership with Poppy Water such that, when he's winning, it doesn't make me feel jealous or envious. I'm not thinking, well, I'll show him, I'm just going to win more. I'm glad to be out of that space in my energy with people in general. That is such an exhausting energy to be in competition with other people on the internet that you know and that you don't know. If anybody's out there carrying that, just put that down. That comparison energy is the literal thief of joy. When that man does something awesome, and even when he's not doing things that's awesome, he's just existing in his love and in his power. That's the best place for him to be in. And we should be empowering each other in these ways to be your best self. And if your best self outpaces my best self, fine, I'll see you at dinner. And this is what the people who overcome actually work through. Like, I really do think, and this is not a competitive vibe. I mean, even if linear time, even if we both die at 103, I'm going 15 years before Poppy Water does. That's just linear time. So there can't be any competition because the legacy of love and the legacy of healing people outlast me. He'll still be here for like 15 more years serving the legacy of love and healing the people. That's just linear time. In the best case of circumstances. And being Buddhist about it, he will still be here for 15 years fulfilling the mission. It does not serve me to be in competition with this man. It serves me to serve his greater purpose so that the last 15 years of his existence on this plane, before we rejoin, as we were joined before, I do believe this. He said this to me in a clubhouse room. I'm not sure if I've ever talked about this on a live, but it's a wonderful opportunity to be talking to the private live about this. I remember in one of the first two meetings, and I'm not really as woo-woo as people think I am, for the record. I'm not as woo-woo as people think I am. I'm actually grounded as well, while loving to dance with the woo-woo. But he said something to me. He said, we've known each other. You remember he said this? Y'all didn't record Rooms of Black and Gay, but I wish I had it. But he said, we've been lovers over many lifetimes. That we were captains and kings of warring kingdoms with sexual tension. He did say this in front of a whole room of people. But we resolved it, and it's cool. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So anyway, that's that on that. And so we will return, but in this plane, which is all the fuck I know right now, for the record, he will have 15 years longer to 103. And so we have to really support each other in that work and not get into competition. He doesn't need to push his beach ball underwater for me. There may be other people that entice him into that energy, but I believe the law of attraction is bringing in more people who want Poppy Water to shine and want themselves to shine. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm gonna have to go soon, folks, because dinner's here, and I want to honor my partner for being a good one. But I want you to be able to learn today that speaking up for yourself, drawing your boundaries, but also giving so much love is a gift. I've had the gift today of being able to share with multiple partners and to really connect into the vibration of love. And there's no greater gift than that. I will invite you into the vibration of love. There are a lot of different vibrations and feelings to have, but the vibration of love, oh man, I choose love. I could choose to be offended. I could choose to be unloving. I could choose to be so many different things. But I choose to be and dwell in love. Because I know that whatever I speak and whatever I say is coming back to me. So I speak love. Everlasting love. Everlasting love. Purposeful love. Calm love. Confident love. Forgiving love. All right, folks, gotta go eat. This food looks amazing. Thank you, Poppy Water, for the bounty. Thank you to the donors and sponsors. The P's here were funded by our lovely donors and sponsors. The quinoa was donated as well. The green beans were donated as well. Shout out to Erica of E Loves Wellness and E Loves Body for You. Shout out to TT Nadia for the housing and the electricity and the ability to launch this thing finally. This was never meant to be a permanent thing. It was always meant to be a launch for the world. Are you happy to be in Paris? And so I'm grateful for this provision and this roof and these walls. And I will be announcing starting tomorrow, folks, just to hold me accountable. And I'm going to work overnight for this. Not overnight for this, but I'll work significantly tonight for this. I need to bring back my stars, where I actually showcase the people who are. I'm not. You all think. I told Pastor Mac. I told Pastor Mac today. I said, without supporters and family around you and loved ones around you and community around you, you're a lone nut with a microphone. Blowing in the wind. We're built to be communal, so it takes partnership and corporate management of love in order to make this thing cook. And I'm very, very grateful for the donors. I'm very, very grateful for the sponsors. I'm grateful for the producers. I'm grateful for the artistic direction. I'm grateful for the producers. Artistic producers like Papi Wata. Yeah, I'm going to be introducing these people very shortly because we got to get going. I can't wait for you to meet Holly, Antoine, Pastor Mac, all of the fun bunch. Okay. Thanks, folks. Have a wonderful night. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. And may love hold you in its big, 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 big hands. Oh, may love be with you. May heaven smile upon you. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. Peace.